What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video here. We got a round of tuning for November 26th, Tuesday, coming up here before Thanksgiving. Finally, man, we've been waiting a couple weeks here with the AWC and MDI stuff going on, so let's get right into it. I haven't read all this stuff. I did peek at a couple things that may relate to myself, but let's see if this is going to be meta changing. I think there are definitely some classes that are going to be changing their positioning in the meta, so let's get into it here. So Blood Decay, not going to harp too much on this because PvP, but it looks like just some more damage increases. Blood Decay is actually really good in PvP. I should start that. I don't know if Deathbringer is what they play though. But Blood Decay is actually good in PvP. Frost Decay, getting some nice buffs on their Obliterate and Frost Strike. Dude, they need to redesign this class to be a little more complicated or something, because like this is the only thing they ever tune up or down, and it's like obviously not effective. Anyway, Resto Druid. Okay, so we've been waiting for some Resto Druid changes. We do get a Swiftman buff. I mean, can't complain. Guess it is what it is. We'll see. That's nice though. So Feral does not apply in PvP here. Apex Predator gets multiple targets slightly increase. Druid the Claw. Nobody plays Druid the Claw in PvP. Okay, Guardian, same thing. Just minor buffs in PvE, I guess there. Survival Hunter, some changes that do not apply PvP. Reduces the Merciless Blow or Vicious Hunt. Okay, mages have been underperforming pretty much across the board. Frost is not too bad, but the other ones definitely. Frostfire. Fire Mastery now grants 2% haste. Okay. We're underperforming in single target, we can use some help rather than distribute the appear. Okay. Some Frostfire buffs here again. Pretty sure everybody plays Frostfire buff in PvP. Meteor by 25%, Pyroblast by 8%. Okay, Frost does not imply PvP. Okay, so basically nothing applies to PvP here. They just buffed Frostfire buff. That's probably fair. I don't think Frost needed more buffs in terms of their damage. It's kind of the other stuff that makes them tough. Because if they can get their damage out, they pump. Alright, Windwalker. Oh god. Oh god. Alright, I don't know how good these are. I imagine they're not very good. These are pretty insane buffs. Bro, alright. Fist of Fury buff by 20%. Blackout by 8%. Fury of Wind by 40%. This is big. This is big. Okay, Courageous Impulse now increases damage of next Blackout kick by even more. Wow, man. Some really big buffs there for the Conduit at least. Well, actually, Conduit, not altogether. Mistweaver, Conduit Celestials, Courage is increased by 35%. Most Mistweaver has been playing a lot of the other one at the moment, the Master Harmony, especially for with the big kick. Okay, Prot Paladin, some changes here. Not gonna really look too much into these. Damage reduction. Holy Priest, more buffs again. This Serenities, again, not like great change. It's a change, but is it the change they need? No. I mean, Holy Priest Serenity chunks so much healing already. It's like the other stuff. Like they have no damage reduction. They have Renew is like all that. Renew and Palm is all they got. Like maybe I don't know what the freaking change of that. I think they need. That's another class design issue. It just doesn't fit with the current pacing of the current PvP. But anyway, nonetheless, good change for trying to buff some underperforming healers. Deathstalker's heal talent has been underserving Subtlety compared to the alternative choice of Trickster, especially in AoE. Okay, so they're buffing Deathstalker and increasing damage of Black Powder. I don't know which one they play. I should keep this open. Drustvar here. Probably see what they all play here. Sub-rogues, they kind of split. So that could be an impactful change. Ellie Shaman, they've been doing very well. Let's see what's going on here. So Elemental, what? Lava Burst from Ancestors, this can't be for real. What? Like this does already way too much. This Ancestor damage. Okay, increase the spell damage even more. Oh my gosh, these are PvE changes that are going to break the game in PvP. I hope these are countered in PvP. Okay, Resto, they could have buffed this one by like 50% and it would still not be that great. Enhancement, all spenders reduced, not affect PvP. Okay, Warrior now reduces damage by 5%. Okay, so making Warrior a bit tankier, that's good for PvP. That's something they did need. PvP, okay, here we got a lot of changes here. Holy smokes. Okay, Blood, reduce the damage of Death Strike. Good. This was hitting multiple millions right currently, so that's a good change there. Unholy, Festering damage, Festering wound increased by 15%. Good. I'd rather them not buff the all the dot damage. I'd rather them be more, you know, have to actually hit you instead of just dying to dots and the pets around the corner. And a buff to Fester Might. I imagine that affects Fester Wound. Just a guess. I don't know. Demon Hunter's been definitely underperforming. Sustained damage outside of cooldowns has been notably low. Yeah, their damage is solid in meta. It's just outside of that. So baseline buffs, these are going to make them very strong during meta as well. Wow. Okay, yo, we got a Wild Stalker buff. Yo, that's all I play is Wild Stalker. Wow, good news. So that's gonna be a nice buff for the Marky Mark, and nobody plays like I'm like one of the only ones. Let me see. Hold on, let's pull up the Soul Shuffle ladder super quick. I'm the highest rated Wild Stalker. All right, well, maybe more people will follow the ways here, but I'm really excited about that. Cool. So Swiftmend buff and Symbiotic Blooms buff. We'll take it. We'll take it. Wish probably need a little more than that, but we'll take that as a starter. We don't need a crazy buff. Dark Ranger Black arrow damage increased by 12%, so they're buffing Marksman. Marksman's been underperforming, but gosh darn it, these are huge. We couldn't go with like 10 or 5 or 8. All right, Arcane Mage. So Arcane Mage, from what I know, is Sun Fury is just ass. So okay, so buff to Sun Fury damage, pretty much across the board here. Arcanosphere by 40%. Cool. I like that. Because Arcanosphere has been very underwhelming. Arcane Surge now increases damage by 20%, so they're nerfing it, but they're buffing all the baseline damage. So they're relying less on the Surge. Can they just make Arcane Surge instant? Like, why is that the only class in the game, only spec in the game that has to cast their major offensive cooldown? Like, that seems absolutely ridiculous. But anyway, so these are nice baseline buffs though, so they'll be, because their burst actually, you know what? Their burst was really good, and kind of taking away from a little bit of their burst and giving it to their sustain, it's not a bad change. Okay, but they're nerfing Arcane Bombardment, so they're nerfing the barrages too. All right, Sun Fury for fire, just kind of that same thing, same buff there. Spell damage increase. Windwalker, so no counters. Dance with now increased dodge by 2%. Like, oh my gosh, thank goodness. This was so frustrating. I mean, it still exists, which is frustrating. This was like, it randomly gives them a chance to just dodge your stuns, which is just insane. But again, no counters to those buffs, man. Windwalker is going to be good. They're going to be powerful as heck. Eye for an eye damage increased 50%. That doesn't seem necessary, honestly. But so that's their, when they pop their wall, they're going to redirect more damage at you. Mind Games buffed by 40%. Good. This is a good change. Mind Games was just not worth ever taking. Holy Priest, even more buffs, man. Flash heal, and powered life. So a lot of Holy Priest buffs. This is good. Elemental Shaman. Okay, good. Wait, no, they're... Wait, are they giving them more buffs? Hold up. Additional Lava Burst from Primwave now to 25% normal damage. Okay, so they're nerfing the Lava Burst from Primwave. So that's when they're just shooting out everywhere from multiple targets. Chain Lightning is buffed, which is fine. Lightning Bolt, fine. Urshock nerfed. Okay, that's a good. Lava Burst by 15% though? Was that necessary? On top of the Farseer buffs in the... Charge Conduit now increases the damage bonus of Lightning Rod by 50%. Okay, so that gives them more, I believe that gives them more Urshock damage. So it kind of evens out like this nerf, I guess. Not 100% sure, I don't play Ellie. And then Storm Elemental's haste bonus now 50% effective, okay. Oh, nice. These are really nice buffs. Lava Burst was extremely underwhelming for Vessel Shaman. So maybe we'll have to give it another whirl. Excuse me. Affliction, you have Hellcaller, Blackened Soul buffed. Zerum's Resilience is now 60% more effective, and Mark of Parathium, I don't really know how good these are, but it looks like they're buffs, so. Mountain Thane, Lightning Strike damage, nobody really plays Mountain Thane to my knowledge, so. Wow, okay, there's our changes. So recap here, we got some nice DK buffs to both Frost and Unholy, a little bit of our Druid buffs, looks like quite a bit of Fire Mage buffs. Really big. The biggest winner here is definitely Windwalker. Definitely gonna be Windwalker. And potentially Ellie Shaman. I don't know. And then Holy Priest. Holy Priest got a nice amount of buffs as well. I'm really interested to see how Shaman's gonna turn out, because these Farseer, like, that's a lot. That's a lot of buffs, and they're also buffing Lava Burst baseline, but they're just nerfing the AoE, like shooting out 100 bolts. Demon Hunter's big buff, so they're going up in stock. Wrestle Druid probably will go up slightly, but it depends if people play. If people don't play Wild Stalker, I think that 25%, is it 25% to Swiftmend? I don't think that's going to do literally anything for them. But if you play Wild Stalker, that will be a buff, because Wild Stalker currently, blooms can be up to like 10% of my healing. So if you're buffing that on top of the Swiftmend, that's like a nice, like probably 5% overall healing buff. So there we go, guys. Hope you all enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts down below in your comments down below. We did, oh, hold on. Before that, what we did not see, Holy Paladin nerfs, BM nerfs. Not good, ladies and gentlemen, not good. But hope you all have a great day. Let me know your thoughts down below and have a wonderful night. I said that like 4 times. Peace.